Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Wish You Were Beer Show. Thank you for stopping by. If you don't know, this is a live weekly beer review show that we do every Thursday night here through YouTube and a couple other avenues. So make sure you like and subscribe if you'd like to follow along. Check out all of our social medias that are posted above and below where we're at currently, including our website. Other than that, again, this is a big, busy show, so we're going to cut a lot of the front end of things. I'm Daniel. This is Tiffany. That beautiful bearded man is Phil. Nope, that's you.
Me? Oh.
100%. 100%.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
Doing well. Shirt looks good, too. I like it.
Oh, thanks. I don't know what the show is, but it's a shirt I found.
Found it at a Goodwill.
It's a pretty cool artwork. I like it.
Pretty cool label.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're going to jump right into things to some degree. If this is your first time watching, just make sure you can comment along if you're watching through YouTube or Facebook. Yes.
Yeah. You can comment on Twitter.
Grandma on Facebook. You can comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. I'm actually drinking our collab, Kevin, so I'm having a saison. But again, you can comment along just like these other folks are doing anytime throughout the show, and especially when we play trivia here in a bit. But if you've been keeping up on our social medias and keeping up with us over the past couple of months, it's been an exciting couple of months. As everybody knows, we got to do a collaboration beer down in Florida.
Yes.
That we did. We did. Yeah, you were there for a good portion of it.
I have no memory of that.
yeah, that was that was good.
I think I woke up here in St. Martin the next day.
I think that's pretty accurate. Actually,
I've just been here ever since.
So if you haven't been following along, we got the chance to do a really great beer with Tripping Animals again down in Florida. And we were also lucky enough to be joined by Taylor Blake from Knuckle Bump Farms, who you may know through a litany of different social medias. Yes. So we actually have both Tripping Animals and Taylor Blake on the show tonight, which is really exciting. It's always nice to have two guests in the same screen, so it should be a blast.
I put on pants tonight. So
I put on.
It's a big night.
I always put on pants just in case, if you've been watching the show, sometimes I got to get up in the middle of it and go pee. So I always put on pants just in case.
Smart.
It's
very smart.
It's not my first time having a beer, Phil.
It's not that kind of show.
Yeah, not that kind of show.
That's our after hours podcast.
Yeah, that's a little different. It's actually just a podcast, so you can't see anything. There's a lot of liner notes.
A lot of descriptions, though. Very vulgar.
Yeah. So again, we're going to jump right into things and do things a little bit backwards if you're used to watching the show, because we'd like to bring everybody in. But what's the name of the beer, Phil? I'd like you to say it.
The name of the beer that we did?
Correct.
I believe it's called Emmanuel Don't Brew It.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect. So that's what we're going to be drinking tonight. And there's his cute little face. Done in Tripping Animal style there on the can. So super excited. Tiffany and I were lucky enough to go when they released the beer. So we've already had it. Taylor is going to be having it for the first time here on the show, which is a blast. So that being said,
I hope she likes it.
God, I know. There's a good portion of me that hopes she hates it and is just extremely honest too, because Daniel's here from Tripping Animals, and I think it would be a nice exchange. So that being said, Phil, I think you have a nice small clip for us to watch, and then when we get back from that clip, we'll have Taylor Blake and Daniel from Tripping Animals. Let's get into it.
Here we go.
And here we are, Taylor, Daniel, welcome.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Doing well. It's good to see everybody sort of in the same room again.
Yes.
I know. I can smell you from here, Daniel. It's ridiculous.
Oh, well, it was
Yeah.
Which Daniel? Because I thought Daniel smelled pretty good. I was probably sweaty.
Nah, probably both were sweating. It's really hot. It's really hot down here in Florida.
This is true. This is true.
True story. So now, Taylor, is that your first experience doing anything beer related in that world?
Yeah, I have a friend. It's funny. Actually, it's one of my really good friend's husband. So he's like a micro brewer, and so he does like brews in his home and things like that. So I've gotten to dabble a little bit with him and just kind of like testing and taste testing, and like he has a lot of really cool ideas and uses a lot of really cool fruits. But personally, like I'm not a really big drinker. Like I'm not a big like beer person in general. And so this was something I remember when I first got your email, Daniel from Wish for Beer Show. So now I have to be specific because I was super, super excited because it's like something that I've never really done before. And that's really what intrigued me and made me kind of, want to try it. So I am actually so excited that I haven't tried it because I really hope I like it. I'm not a huge beer person. And if I like this, like, I'm going to be so proud, even though I didn't really do that much. Nonetheless.
I don't know. That video looked like you did a lot,
Yeah.
You're right. A lot of making people laugh and probably annoying the staff more than they would like to admit.
And a little spillage on the floor, so you left your mark.
Like this much.
I love it. So Taylor, tell us a little bit about what's been going on in your world and in the farm. I mean, obviously a lot of us follow you, through your social media channels, but is there anything going on, anything exciting, any good news coming out of the world of Emmanuel, obviously?
Yeah, actually, I've not really had a chance. This is kind of a first exclusive here, but today, it's really interesting in the world of like, specifically like animal recovery and like physical therapy and things like that, because there will be days where you see progress like every single day and it's like really exciting. And you're like, oh my gosh, like we're making so much progress. And then you might go 5 days and it's just kind of like a plateau where you're not necessarily going in reverse, but you're not necessarily getting any better either. And so that's kind of the thing that my girlfriend and I have had to, remind ourselves that just because you don't see an intense amount of progress every day doesn't mean that there isn't little progress there. And we had like 3 or 4 days of just kind of like stagnant, where, like I said, he wasn't doing worse, but we didn't notice like a increase in mobility or anything like that. She and I both were getting a little discouraged. And then today, I don't know what happened today, but Emmanuel just decided he wanted to literally like run. And we put him in his sling. And Kristian usually does the PT, the physical therapy with him. It'd be partially because he's very much like in that when there he wants to like be coddled and like doesn't want to like do the work, but like when Kristian is there, like he's not as bonded with her, so he actually like does the work. He's there, like I'll try and do a PT with him and he'll just like hold his legs up like mom hold. Cool. So Kristian does a lot of the PT, and thank God for her because she's actually been the one that's made like a lot of progress with like his movements and everything. But today he's had a problem with his right leg, specifically his foot. And we thought it might be nerve damage or something like that, but he's lacked the ability to lift and place his foot forward. He's kind of always wanted to like just kind of fold his leg, and he can walk backwards, but it was the forward motion that we were having problems with. And God is so good because today he was like actively picking up his foot and putting it down in like speedy quick, like he literally wanted to run. And so nice. That was a really, really exciting thing to see. And we like made my grandparents come out and like watch him, and we were like cheering him on. Like,
it was a whole to do for everybody. Like we all have to enjoy this moment.
Exactly. And another thing that happened today that was really, really exciting is we were taking him. So we do PT twice a day. And we do PT like in the morning, and then we do it, which is why I have to leave in a little bit. We do it in the evening. And this morning we were taking, after he did like his little run thing, we were taking him down and we were holding him in the sling, and he stood on his own, and we dropped the sling to the ground. So nothing was holding him up, and he stood on his own for 30 seconds.
Nice.
That's great.
Really excited.
That's awesome.
And just trying to like stay positive. Like I have visions in my head of him running through the pasture again. And so I know that like although it's a long process, it's a process that's going to pay off. And so we're in it for the long haul. After I think it's been 13 days sleeping in the barn with him on hay bales.
Yeah.
Our backs are really sore, but our hearts are really, really full. So
I love it.
That is awesome. I'm so excited for you all. So congrats on progress. That's definitely exciting.
thank you.
So we have promised both of you really exciting trivia. But before we get into trivia, I want to get into this beer early.
Yeah.
Because Taylor, I need to see your expression on this beer. So I know we usually crack the beer around question 3 of trivia. But again, this is...
We haven't even rolled the trivia slide yet, man.
I know. We're not getting into trivia
back
yet.
that trolley.
We're not there yet. We're just talking about the beer first.
I am just giving the new viewers.
Yes.
So usually we do it around question 3, but we're gonna just wing it this time.
Emmanuel.
Yep. And again, just like normal, we're going to be drinking Emmanuel Don't Brew It, which is out of Tripping Animals and Doral.
I have to applaud Taylor for coming up with that name. I'm not sure how she came up with it, but
that was like the first Zoom conference we had. She was just like Emmanuel Don't Brew It.
And I was like,
you guys were like, we really should brainstorm on like what we think the name should be. We should all like come up with different ideas. And I was like, actually, I pretty much already have the name. So like what? And I was like, Emmanuel Don't Brew It. And you're like, so that's
yeah. And I remember Ignacio and them from Tripping Animals being like, oh yeah, it's that. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So cool. Well,
how do you feel that the can came out? Does it represent Emmanuel well enough?
It's perfect. I love it. And it's so funny because like a lot of my followers are a little older. And some lady was like, he looks like he's under the influence. And I was like, well, yeah, Rhonda, it's a beer. So probably is. Thank you.
Well, and Daniel, I have to assume that the eyes are kind of that Tripping Animals eyes. Is that your little mark there?
Yes.
Oh no, we can't hear you.
Well, we'll just crack open this beer then. Let's get into it, and we'll see if Daniel can fix that sound.
We lost your audio somewhere.
But we haven't lost your face. You are so handsome, Daniel.
Yes, we can see your face.
That's all we need.
I just can't hear you. I can't read lips very well.
Oh, are we doing it? Are we cracking it? Oh my
God.
Crack it open. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so pretty.
Now I'm super jealous, but because I'm international.
Oh, it looks like lemonade. Pink lemonade, of course.
Of course. All right, let's see. Hold on.
Now?
Yeah.
There you are. Hey.
Sorry about that. I lost half of the conversation.
No, that's okay. Phil was asking you about the eyes on the can, like the eyes of Emmanuel. This is a pretty standard Tripping Animals eye set, isn't it? Like,
so I guess you can put it over my face instead of yours because you were.
We tried to make all the animals look kind of happy. So.
I think happy is the best description of that ever. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I also squint my eyes when I smile.
What do you guys think of the beer? Taylor's your first time, right?
Yep, I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, my dog.
All right, here it is.
My dog is so excited right now. She's calm down. I don't know what's going on. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, that is delicious. What?
This was a real make or break moment for this show, Taylor. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, no! Like I'm literally not even being dramatic now. I'm so fun about beers, and this is so freaking good. Wow! No, you guys need to buy this. Whoever's watching this, this is so good. No exaggeration. I'm not being biased. If this had any other name on it, I'd still drink it. This is phenomenal. I'm not kidding. Wow.
There we go.
Like I stop staring at it as if it's gonna like change or morph or something. It doesn't seem real. Like, wow, so good.
So Daniel, the beer itself, The style is a pie style sour.
Yeah.
Which I know we're going to get into a little bit later in trivia.
Yeah.
But can you tell me what is in this beer? We don't need to necessarily go into.
Isn't that a trivia question?
It's kind of a trivia. I'm just
It's
trying.
fine. Let people listen and see if they remember. Let's just
Okay.
talk about
We
this
can
beer.
wait, but it was a mix of berries. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Oh no, we've lost your face.
But now we've lost your beautiful face.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, now you're back. You're back. You're back.
I'm back. Okay. So it's we pick all the berries together and all the ingredients together. And when we do a pie beer, we normally add graham cracker, we add vanilla, marshmallow, and then a bunch of different fruits. And then there are also, depending on the pie beer that you're doing, people add. I will leave that for the trivia. That I
Yes.
think
Correct.
one of the questions for the trivia. So it's when we do fruit sours first, we and this collab we have been very fun to do. So we all come together, we pick the ingredients, we set up a formula, and in this case was a strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, raspberry bomb, and then we have the graham cracker that adds some cinnamon taste to the beer, some marshmallow that adds some creaminess and sweetness to the beer. And then because it's a kale sour, then you have the sour with the sweetness of the fruit blending and matching in there.
So jazzed up about this. Like I literally could just freaking jump off a bridge right now. This is so good.
You don't do that.
Yeah, wait, no. That's the wrong response. Okay, yeah.
Unless it's a really low bridge,
No, like in like cheering. Like
okay, yes. Yes.
yay!
Yeah, I guess I'm just a glass half full kind of guy. Well, good. I'm stoked that you like it. I want to find some more out about it, which is typically we usually do that in a section we call history and facts. I think. So, yeah, it's our favorite sound clip. We'll never get rid of it. It's no longer really history and facts. It's actually just trivia. So this portion, we're going to run through some trivia questions. And again, if you're watching live through YouTube or Facebook, you can comment along. So make sure you play trivia with us.
Got to be logged in, though.
Got to be logged in. Yep. So Tiffany put the trivia together. Me and Phil typically don't know the answers, and we are usually wrong. So let's give it a shot.
Fair. Here we go.
All right. True or false? This beer uses Emmanuel's favorite treats.
I mean,
Again, we can talk through the ingredients. So blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, marshmallow, vanilla, Madagascar, and graham cracker.
Are there marshmallows in Florida? So I'm going to go ahead and take marshmallows off the list. I don't think they come from Florida.
Well, I think there's probably fluff, at least.
Yeah, but that's for peanut butter sandwiches, sir. That's not for emus.
Fluffernutter.
Fluffernutter. That's right. So I do know the answer to this just because we were actually involved in the process.
And I also know the answer to this because that's my son. So
so why don't you go ahead and tell us then, Taylor? I know it's true. Phil knows it's true because we were obviously in this process. But
so yes, it does include Emmanuel's favorite treat, and that was a big part of why we went with that flavor. But it does have multiple different things listed here. So we've got blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, blackberry. I will tell you, marshmallows are a little too big for him to swallow. They get stuck in his throat. He doesn't like Madagascar. He never liked the movie anyway, so the Madagascar vanilla's out. And graham cracker, they make him cough because, lots of crumbs. So it's gonna be blueberries.
100%. Yeah, I remember when we were, I think, Daniel, what did we have? Like 3 different options?
3 different combos, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a huge coconut fan, and so two of them had coconut in them, and I was like, whichever ones have coconut, and immediately got shot down by everyone.
I'm not a fan.
Tiffany, actually, we'll take anything that. Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, love you, but no. And then Taylor jumped on, and I was like, thank goodness I'm not alone, and no on the coconut.
Which is funny because my girlfriend, Kristian, that's like one of her favorite flavors, and I never let her read that email chain because I did not want her to know that I voted against it.
So,
That is a trivia question.
oh, okay. That's a trivia question. Don't answer that. I don't know trivia. I apologize. Let's do question 2 then before I get yelled at.
True or false? Female emus incubate their eggs for 42 days.
This one's a crapshoot for me because I only know of one emu. Actually, I did know of some other emus that were at Bluebird Gap Farm here locally that haven't survived this process. So I used to know 3 total emus. But
big emu guy.
Yeah, I'm a big emu guy. I got a big emu background. So that being said, obviously this is true. Bigger the bird, longer the incubation period. Normally it's 14 to 21 days for an average incubation period. So I think
chickens are 41 or 21.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with false here because I feel like there's too many details here that I think there's something off.
What details do you think are off, Phil?
I don't know. The days. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
I just think 42 is such a specific number of days that I'm thinking it seems like it could be false here.
Daniel or Phil's thinking it's definitely 41 days. It's not 41.
That's more my thought. Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
normally Phil's. That's normally Phil's.
Well, and here's my question too. Is it exactly 42 days? And if it's not exactly 42 days, then
what about you?
Like,
from
is it false?
I don't know if he can hear us.
Do we lose him again?
Wait, did you see Katie's comment? Put up Katie's comment.
Yeah, hold on.
We can't, Daniel, we can't hear you. It says, is it a seahorse thing? Males do it too?
Yeah, see, that was kind of my thought process there too.
Okay, Mr. 42 Days. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it because I thought it would sound stupid. So, but now that I have someone backing me up with it.
All right, so please educate the savage because obviously it's 42 days. I'm 100% correct because I doubled a chicken's incubation period based off volume.
Okay. Are you answering this, Tiffany, or am I?
You can answer it.
Okay.
It's exciting.
So, like, emus are super cool in the fact that the females just lay the eggs and literally dip. And so the males actually are responsible for incubating the eggs and raising young for up to 8 months.
Okay.
The females have no part, want nothing to do with it. I think that's how I'm honestly so happy for them.
So this question is false in a litany of ways because the female doesn't do it. It's not 42 days. This is why I drink beer.
So I like that the females, they just bounce. They're just like, nope, and we're out.
So they literally play it and dip. Like they don't have like hopeful.
So the females are like my dad.
Exactly.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I'll drink to that, Phil.
God, that's fantastic. God. Well,
Sorry, if my dad is watching, he didn't.
We were worried. We
Very
weren't
great
gonna
dad.
we were
Also,
worried we weren't gonna have a shirt for next week, but we got one now.
Yes. Wait, can I say one thing really quick because it's kind of annoying, but Australians are gonna thank me for this. So I think you guys are pronouncing it emu, and it's pronounced emu. And
Oh,
if
it's like a-
Australian here say emu, they will roast you till no tomorrow. So this is a personal thing of helping because one of the biggest messages I receive is from literal Australians telling me, thank you so much for pronouncing emu correctly.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Emu. All right. Good to know.
Emu.
That is good to know.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds, I always thought that it just was like a tomato type of thing, but no.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I pretty much say it every day, and I've been saying it wrong for my whole life. So
Yeah.
It's never
comes
too
up
late
in.
back, Phil. It's never too late to learn.
My problem is I use the lesser known name of the emu every time I see one, and I'm like, oh, there's an Emmanuel running around, and everybody's like, what the hell are you talking about?
In a minute.
Yeah, that's the different classification. It's
Yes.
kingdom, phylum, Emmanuel, species.
All right, we've got one last question here for Taylor. So
Correct.
Let's get into this one last one.
All right. How old is Emmanuel? Bonus. How long do emus live in captivity? Is he 3, 7, or 14?
God, that's a tough one because again, it's a crapshoot for me. These are just numbers to me.
Says the guy that's like, didn't you see
Yeah.
Taylor's post earlier?
I mean, I do watch them, but I can't remember everything from the internet. I'd be a doctor.
You do bird math. Hold on. You have a
Bird
degree in bird math.
That's right.
Yeah, degree in math.
So yes, my gut went with Vero on this one. I immediately was drawn to 7. So I'm gonna say 7. Katie says B. That's not how old he is. That's a letter. Nice try. Andrew thinks he's 21 because he has his own line of beer.
That's true.
Nice.
I feel like when I watch the videos, he's not 3 because like he's kind of got like this like I've lived a life look. So I'm just gonna go with 14 here.
Okay.
I don't know if can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 7.
Okay. You would go with Vero. This makes sense.
Yeah.
And Vero even answered the bonus question.
Yes,
Nobody-
she did.
Bonus. Oh
Yes.
gosh, Vero is on it.
Well, so I guess that's the answer.
No, I'm just impressed that they are consistently, answering the questions. Right or wrong, it's the effort that I care about.
That's right.
Okay. I will say Emmanuel is 7 years old. And emus can live 30 plus years in captivity. So
Wow.
Vero was right. Not necessarily 35, just kind of 30 plus. They can live, Someone explain Vero to Taylor, please. I lost.
Vero is our resident researcher, and she gets everything right all the time when it comes to trivia. And
So Vero helped us a lot with our blogs and a lot of the information for the show.
Yeah.
So Vero is always right on trivia.
she basically runs the back half of our whole show.
Vero's like a boss.
Yes. True
She
story.
is. That is very true.
True
Go,
story.
I'm a fan.
Yes, we are as well. I appreciate everything that she does. So
Yeah.
we have 2 minutes left before you need to go, Taylor.
Yes.
So, and the last 2 questions are more for tripping animals anyway. So is there anything else that you want to chat about for a minute or two? Is there anything else you...
I mean, I just want everybody. Wait, first of all, can we just Daniel from Tripping Animals?
Yeah.
Can you tell
Hey.
people where they can buy this beer? Because everybody thinks they have to come to Florida to buy it. So can we announce is there a certain states they can get it in? Certain breweries? Do you have a list? Like, where can they get this?
No, I think by next week we can send you the whole list of the states that it's gonna be. We
Awesome.
Distro around 22 states, and I think this beer, we mentioned a couple the last time we talked that they
Yeah.
already have the beer on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can shoot you a list with all the places where the beer is going, so we can send everywhere. But yeah, it's not only Florida. I think as far as Cali, people's gonna be able to find the beer.
Amazing. So you'll get it outside of Florida, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once we get that finalized list, we'll post it. We'll put it everywhere we can to make sure that people know if they're in a different state where they can find it.
And we may even have some locally here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of our local bottle shops is probably going to get it. So Andrew, we will do a tasting event at their bottle shop.
Yes.
So more to come on that.
And I'm looking forward to finding it on the shelves next to the Heineken and the Corona here in the Caribbean.
That one,
That's right.
Very excited.
Good luck on that. All right. Well, Taylor, I know you have a heart out. I want to say thank you so much for A, joining this project, and B, being on the show tonight. We really appreciate it. We had a blast getting to know you, and really looking forward to Emmanuel's speedy recovery and keeping up with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. And thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure, hanging out with you. You guys have all become friends. I know that this is not the last for us, and I'm super excited for what's to come. And just remember, don't choose violence, okay?
Fair enough.
True story.
Take care, Taylor.
Guys,
Good to see
bye.
you.
Bye.
So-
Bye.
Oh, Daniel, you're in trouble now. Now you get all the hard questions.
Ow. 3 of them.
I already sent him the answers.
Oh, yeah, you did. Never mind. Ah, crap. All
Let me see
right.
if I remember, because I might read them wrong, but I think I can handle it.
Poor Daniel. like started this thing, and he's like, I think I'm pretty sick, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna see my eyes a little bit small. Not
So
like
you're
a-
also happy.
Yeah,
I like
they're
it.
like a tripping animal style.
Yeah, that's what I was. Sure you
I
are,
would
man.
prefer the word tripping style. It's more the flavor. No, but I'm good. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad that you guys invite us and we make this happen. And I was super happy that we get to know each other. Have a couple of beers here. It was amazing.
Yes.
A couple. I think you
the-
drink different. I had a few more than a couple. I remember.
I know.
Yeah. I still don't know if I was there, so.
With the $30 flight, it's not bad to come,
True
more
story.
often.
Yes. We
True.
will,
Hopefully
we
you
will
stay
be
like that.
seeing you again.
Well, we've already been talking about it. I was like, well, crap. Now we know like 50 people in that area and like 20 different breweries. Like, we'll be back.
Yeah.
No,
We will have
this
to make
was
our
fun.
rounds regularly.
Yep.
All right, let's get through these last two questions, and then we can talk with Daniel more about tripping animals.
Yes.
All right, true or false? Pie-style sours always contain lactose.
I want to say false. I don't think you have to put lactose in it. I don't think you have to. I'm gonna say false. I'm probably wrong because all I do is drink on a beer show, and I should know this. But I'm gonna say false.
Yeah, because I would say false as well, just because pies don't necessarily always have to be kind of creamy, and I think the lactose kind of adds to that. And as long as it's got like the crust and the fruit, then you should be fine. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say false to this as well.
Okay. Katie says false. Do pies have milk? I mean, I got nipples. You can't milk me. Like, So, Daniel, obviously you know the answer to this because you guys use a fair amount of lactose or not in quite a few different beers of y'all. So
Now as Bear were saying, it's false. Pies, they don't need to have lactose. A lot of people put them into them, but they don't have to. I think every time we do a recipe, and for example, what is the pie beers? We look at the end. What we take is a pie recipe, like we like key lime pie or whatever pie that we are trying to make it a beer. So if the pie that we're trying to make it a beer have milk, lactose, we will put in the recipe. But if it doesn't have, we won't put it. And honestly, I think this year we only have done maybe 5-6 beers that are with lactose. Last year we did a little bit more, but honestly, it's a market that some people really love it, but it's not for everyone. They do make the beer a little bit more creamy. They do add a layer of flavor, but also there is a bunch of people that don't like lactose. So we try to balance and do 2 with, 1 without. But at the end, is that like when we're doing our milkshake contests, lactose. So at the end, every time we do one, is getting the main cooking we want to do and get a beer. Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, you're good now. You cut out a little bit.
But we hear you. Yeah. So some of them do, some of them don't. So the answer is false. Just depends on the person making the recipe.
And I was correct. I want to make sure that's on live film.
Record.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. All right.
All right, what do we got
All right.
next?
When were marshmallows first added to beer? And bonus, what kind of beer? I also have
That's so many bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2008, 2012, or 2017. It's got to be earlier than 17 because I'm pretty sure I've had marshmallows in a beer earlier than 17 because I can remember that many beers ago. I'm just gonna. This is a guess for me. I'm gonna go with B 2012, just because I like that date.
I'm gonna go with 2008. I feel like I had, like you, Daniel. I feel like I had a marshmallow beer, and it feels like it's been a long time. But then again, to me, 2012 is like yesterday, so I don't know how time works anymore.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stick with 2008. Katie and I have the same answers all night, and I'm loving
Yeah.
this.
Here's the difference, though. I'm right.
You never get the bonus, what kind of beer?
I don't go for bonus questions. I'm just trying to get one answer right.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, do you know this one? Not
I
you,
know this
Daniel.
one,
Daniel.
but I know this one, but I know Tiffany knows more the story. But yeah, it's 2012. And honestly, for me, if I wouldn't check the answer before, in Venezuela, like there's no craft beer, and someone was mentioning Vera was mentioning arepas there that is really nice.
Yep.
That you don't put marshmallow, but they're nice. But in Venezuela, honestly, I moved to Florida about 6-7 years ago. I have never heard about marshmallow in beer until 3 years ago, because in Venezuela it was kind of impossible to find a marshmallow or any flavor beer, honestly.
Interesting.
Now, Daniel, walk me through this process of, because I was there for the brew day. I was watching when things were going in. I don't remember when the marshmallows went in. Explain to me how you put marshmallow into a beer and when.
So when you guys were there, we have tried a bunch of different ways to add marshmallow, from dry marshmallow, puff, the big marshmallows, compound marshmallow, extract marshmallow, and honestly, the best flavor that we have get out of marshmallow is a mix between compound and extract that we added right at the end of fermentation. We have tried dry marshmallows. They are great, but they are sticky. And honestly, the biggest problem, they will clog up our heat changer.
Yep.
And then you're just adding sugar. You're not adding flavor. So that's why you guys were able to see it, because you guys came when we were brewing, and we had the marshmallow almost 1 or 2 days before canning the beer.
Yep.
Okay.
Vero says that so she's from Argentina, and the same thing goes to the craft beer industry. Like, it just didn't exist, and now all of a sudden it's big.
Yeah, Argentina is grow. We did a collab with a brewery in Uruguay called Malafama, close to Argentina. And there is a brewery called Juguetes Perdidos, I think it's called, in Argentina, that is growing a lot of name too.
I know we've done 2 Patagonia beers.
Well,
Yeah.
1 beer and 1 cider.
No, oh my God, Phil, come off the cider talk. You're so upset about that.
It's a beer show. Sorry.
Well, good news. I have a friend that owns a cidery, and she is going to send cider to
Not
us,
beer, cider.
and we were going to do it on the show.
Daniel, has Tripping Animals done a cider?
No, not yet. We have only done beer. Well, right now we just brew our second seltzer.
Yep.
We just did it on Wednesday.
Okay.
And it's the second time we brew it. But apart from that, just beers. Just beer.
What's the flavor of the seltzer? Is it like watermelon?
If I'm not gonna lie, we're still figuring out.
Okay.
Because we normally seltzers, with beers we already have a hang of it. Seltzers, this is only our second one, so we like to try a couple of things and figure out if we're gonna go for a clear, thin, fruity seltzer, or if we're gonna go for a thick, heavy fruited seltzer. So, like the last seltzer we brew, we split it into 3 batches, add different ingredients, try a couple of things, do a cocktail inspired series, and it's only for the tap room.
Yep.
And we had some ideas of things that we like. We did. It's a small batch that we're doing, about 7 barrels. So it's gonna be just now we're gonna take what we learned from the last time and put it into this one and do a couple more. And once we feel comfortable with the idea that we like about the product, marketing, everything, we will start making more.
Interesting.
Awesome.
I feel like seltzers are pretty popular nowadays anyway, in general. Like, you almost have to have 1 or 2 of them available. In our area, at least, everyone's got a seltzer somewhere, and everyone's got at least a sour, at least this. Like, you know what I mean?
And those ciders, they go fast.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
do.
Right down the drain.
I like ciders.
You don't like them a lot, Phil, huh?
Not a cider guy, this one.
Not a cider guy.
I can try them, but I have never ordered one in my life.
Yes.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah, but I can try them. If my person next to me is I order one, I can give it a try. But I don't know. I have never been a big fan of ciders.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I'll drink them, but it's not my thing.
They remind me of like sparkling Martinellis, and I love
Oh,
them.
that makes sense.
I love them.
That makes sense.
So Daniel, I got to ask, the brew day, I felt like we were super helpful. What was your take on that?
Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, we have done collabs, and you guys honestly did way more than many people.
Hey, that's not bad.
I
So
turned around and there were 6 people putting 1 bag of grain. It was no, but honestly, that's the nice thing about collabs. There is people that the idea is to involve and to try the air and to try the grain what you're putting into the meal. That's the nice thing about making a beer.
Yeah. And I think it's funny because like from the collab process, a lot of times it really is just like come take a picture.
Yeah.
Or a couple of pictures or whatever. And I see that all over like the beer industry in general. And I was like, no, you fuck you guys. I'm going to spend all day with you. And I apologize.
Yeah.
Like that's on you. You shouldn't have agreed to this.
No, we're going to get drunk and we're going to have fun. That's it. Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a rough day when we showed up at like 9. And I think, Daniel, you were like, all right, well, what kind of beer do you guys want? And I was like, okay. But this is always how it goes. I mean, everyone I think loves collaboration days for that very reason, because everyone kind of is a little more relaxed and can drink. Minus for you all, the head brewer. Can't remember his name right now, but it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And he worked his butt off.
I have to say this is the first collab. We've done 3, and this is the first one I actually got to be there for. And I just want to really thank you, Daniel, for opening up the brewery to us and watching it. Like, I've never watched anyone make beer before in my life, and the work that you all put in there and the fact that you just let us like wander around while doing it was absolutely amazing. So we do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. No, and if you talk with anyone else, we're very like that. Like we're all very Latin. Mi casa, tu casa. So for us is, if you are here, you can do the same as I can do. So if you guys want to pour beer. If you guys want to drink. We have found people sleeping in a bunch of different places that, one day I found we are so open at night, people that we didn't know. It was regular bar hours. And then I walked to the brew house and there was a couple sitting down there at the brew house at the head brewer desk, and they're just chilling there having a beer. It's like, what? No, I just feel comfortable to be here. It's like, well, okay, I'm glad that you feel comfortable,
but you can't be here.
but I need you to get back into the area where you're allowed.
Yeah, but we're very we like people to enjoy the place, and that's the experience that we want to bring to anyone that comes.
I love it.
It was felt for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like, oh, well, it's cool. We can just walk around here. And like, Phil was like, are we good? And then I know
some people
Taylor,
is more excited than other.
Yeah, Taylor and Kristian showed up and we were like, yeah, it's fine. We're just going to do this. And they're like, okay.
So we kind of talked about the beer a little bit already, just because we did cover a lot of it in trivia and a lot of it just throughout the general conversation of his favorite ingredients, and now the lactose conversation. I think this might be fun because Daniel, you're still here. Can we do 1 or 2 Untappds with Daniel here?
Oh, I'm sure Daniel loves Untappd, so yes.
Every brewery loves Untappd, so
yeah, it's their favorite.
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring one in.
Oh, you're being nice.
Fire.
I hope it wasn't warm when they drank it. Oh.
Still gave it a 5.
Still gave it 5. Let's try the next one.
Creamy berries.
Creamy Berries is also either the best porn actor name or the best beer name. One or the other. I'm not sure yet.
My nickname in college. All right.
Wow, this was good. And that is a very good photo. They took it at your place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the stage,
Yeah, that is a good picture.
Ooh.
Twan. Twan. This is one of our friends actually, who's a head brewer up here. He said, for a lactose sour, I like how this finishes sweet with a light sour finish. Doesn't stick to your tongue and is not too thick. Love the name. Love the collab. Twan.
Great.
Big fan.
Granted, we brought him this beer and drank it at another brewery.
With him.
So
We made him and his wife drink it.
Nice.
And then they watched him check it in. They
I
watched him
100%
type
did.
it.
I said, you check this in right now, Twan. I didn't bring you a free beer.
5 out of 5.
And I love that he gave it a 4.75. There's a sliver of not.
There's a sliver. Yeah. Kevin, I love that Kevin is not really on Untappd, but he gives it a 4.3. You got to be a supporter to start breaking things down in less than quarters, sir.
Or what was Kevin's quote? I don't rate it. I just brew beer.
No, he was like, I don't know anything. I just brew it.
All right, Daniel. Well, you've got some exciting news coming up. Why don't we go through what's happening at Tripping Animals very soon, and then we'll let you go so you can enjoy your night.
/ go to bed.
Bueno, so finally it's our 4-year anniversary. It has been a beautiful trip, and we keep, going and going. And on November next Saturday is our big day, and we're gonna do a full party at the brewery, and we're gonna have a bunch of events since today. We have a tap takeover for anniversary at Leicester Wolf in Fort Lauderdale, and then we're gonna have on Tuesday we're doing tacos and tattoos. We're gonna do a disco night party on Thursday. Big release of beers on Friday, including a couple of barrel-aged stouts. And then Saturday, the big event, and then we're going to finish on Sunday with a brunch. So it's going to be a happy week next week.
That is awesome.
I stopped listening after you said tattoos? Did you say that?
Tacos and Tattoo. It's a restaurant called Tacos and Tattoo, and we're going to do
I thought you were like eating tacos and giving out tattoos at your brewery. I was like, this sounds great.
We
all
have
getting 4-year anniversary.
Yeah, we have done it. I don't think it was tacos and tattoos at the same time, but we have done tacos and tattoos at the brewery, definitely.
I love it.
I believe I almost got the 3 of us to get a Wish You Were Beer tattoo while we were in
US.
In Florida.
Wait,
we were in Key West.
The two of you didn't get one?
Sucker.
No, but I was like, all right, we're here in Florida. Like, the 3 of us, we need to get a matching Wish You Were Beer show tattoo. And everyone was like, cool, Tiffany.
Why not?
Terrible idea.
No one else wanted to do it.
Because
this was also when we had been drinking all day and Daniel was wearing a very tight rainbow shirt. So
this Daniel, not the other Daniel.
Yeah, we had not made good decisions that day to begin with. So I don't think it was good to end it on that.
No. It was a good idea.
So Danielle, do y'all have any more plans to continue to further your distro? Are y'all going to try to reach out into more states and try to open up things even further?
We're trying little by little, but honestly, we also want to start concentrating more in each state that we're doing right now. We want to put more love to Florida, Virginia, Cali, Georgia, Massachusetts, all these states, Arizona, all these states that we are already distro, we want to grow them, It's not just about putting the beer there, it's about trying to grow a market, and we just want to, little by little, try to make more events and get more involved in all those communities that they have been supporting us since already almost, because we started that about 2 years ago.
Yep.
First year was only bar. Second year was a little bit of distro and bar, and then third year is when we start bringing beer out of Florida.
Yep.
And when we had COVID in the middle, so it wasn't that easy either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good Lord, COVID. Yeah.
There's so many breweries that made it or didn't because of COVID, and the distro game was really where it was.
Yeah. See, we were able to can fast, so we got ahead, and it was good. But it wasn't easy.
Yeah. I know. The first time we had y'all's beer was in a brew place here called Craft 60. They keep one of y'all's, or a rotating one of y'all's every month practically. And ever since COVID. So
and that was actually before COVID.
Yeah, that was pre-COVID.
And then we do get we see your cans and things in various places near us as well. And And to Phil's point with can art, anything that looks super exciting, we automatically gravitate towards, and your can art does not miss. So I always grab it.
Now we have some really cool cans for the anniversary. And we're also going to start the Ivy Jungle. You guys should come next year on April. It's our big festival. And Ignacio already started showing me some art that they're working, and it looks super crazy.
Very good.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
April is my birthday month, so I'm always down to party at any point in that month.
Bueno. Please.
Or any other month. Yeah.
Yeah. But this one is an excuse. Like, oh, that's fine. It's my birthday.
True story.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right, let's let this man take some Sudafed and go to bed. Daniel, honestly, like Phil said earlier, I'll just sound off on that a little bit as well. Like, you guys were so great to us the whole time we were down there and gave us so many freedoms within the brewery and let us play a little bit and have a good time. And then on top of that, the second time we were down there, when we actually went for the release of the beer, I mean, you drove hours away to go pick up your significant other, drove back and still hung out with us for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, y'all were fantastic. I can't say enough about how good y'all were to us and how great the beer turned out, more importantly. We really appreciate it.
So for anyone listening or watching or whatever, if you are in the Miami area and can make it out to Doral, you need to go to Tripping Animals. Their beer is all fantastic. Their can art is amazing. So if you see it in the store, grab it. If you're actually in the brewery, they actually have art on the wall with each one of the like plaques as well. It's fantastic. And their spot is great. So,
yeah. And just walk right back, start putting stuff in kegs.
Wait.
Oh.
hang out at the head brewer's desk.
On Saturdays and Sundays only. Make your own beer.
Yeah.
Abby.
So Abby was with us for the release. So she came out. She was the other one with us.
Yeah.
So she said, "Thank you. You were a great host."
No, I appreciate all of you guys. Honestly, you guys make this happen. We're super happy that we did it. It was great to meet you guys, have some beers, and hopefully we can see you faster as possible. My English, you know how it is.
I know. Yeah.
We love you guys. So Creeping is your house. So anytime, just let us know. And if you guys see any beer that you guys like that it doesn't get there, let us know. We ship it. You know how we make it happen.
I love it.
Love it.
Love you guys. It's great. Yeah.
Cheers, Daniel. Thank you.
Feel better, buddy.
Bye.
Everyone is so
I love
sick
it.
right now, like across the globe.
Everyone is sick right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is definitely that time of year.
Except for me.
I'm doing great.
I don't think
I'm doing wonderful.
I have some text messages from earlier that say otherwise.
You can't get sick when you're just hanging out on the beach all day.
Can't get sick if you don't go to the doctor. That's a lifestyle.
This show was fantastic.
Hey, it's been a blast.
I did.
All right. Well, that's it. See you later.
We have 7 other things.
Right.
We're not really going to rate the beer on this one because Tiffany and I have had it, and Phil doesn't have it currently with him. Obviously, I give it a 5. Anytime I do, anytime I do a collab, you're getting 5 from me because part of the process. And typically, I'm not going to be a part of a collab if I think the beer is going to be shit.
Yeah, if we don't already like the brewery, we're just not going to be involved.
Right. Unless, like I'm not a big Sierra Nevada fan, but if they called.
Oh, please. Sierra Nevada is like my go-to, like.
I'm just saying if Fat Tire rang us up from New Belgium, I'd probably turn them down.
Like if Budweiser called, then I would.
If Budweiser called, I would do a collab with them just to see their system.
Oh, 100%.
Because they are cranking out beer.
We actually met a guy, and he was like, "Yeah, come on down." Do you remember that?
But
Look, I keep texting the mallet, and he's just not letting us in. But
I get that.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was kind of a rough show for him. Well, let's do the last segment we normally do. I don't even remember what it's called at this point.
Neither do I.
Oh, it's the name of the show. Perfect. So if you don't follow us, this is just a portion of the show where we take a second to reflect on something that we wish was actually beer versus what it is. I'll go ahead and go first. Mine's quick and easy like it normally is because I'm not much of a Socrates.
That's you, all right. Quick and easy.
Quick and easy.
True story.
How is your mom? No, so that being said, driving around this past weekend, we've been traveling in and out of town. So driving around this past weekend and driving around at work this week, I just wish fall was beer. So I could enjoy it a little bit longer. Like it happens pretty quickly in our area, but it's really pretty and the temperatures change pretty quickly and it's my favorite time of year. So I wish fall was beer so I could have a little more time with it.
I mean, it kind of is. Last week you did a pumpkin show, so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, get it while you can,
Yeah, and speaking of pumpkin show, we got a shirt for that show.
Do we?
Gourd
Go
big.
big or gourd home.
These shirts are so dumb.
I just love the idea that if you go to wishyouwerebeershow.com and click on the merch link, there will be at some point or another, there's just going to be 200 plus shirts.
This is one of them.
None of which anyone will get. Yeah, the Swedish Wish You Were Beer
It's
Friday
Taco Friday.
I haven't made like an actual show shirt in months, but I have made gourd big or gourd. That one's on a black heather shirt, which I haven't done a heather shirt in a while. So if you like soft, comfy shirts,
Oh no,
gourd big or gourd home.
Bristly and uncomfortable.
The other ones are nice too. I'm just saying the heather ones are like buttery
Did you put it on a
soft.
toothbrush? All right, yeah.
This one's heathered.
All right. Let's get back into action.
Oh, I'm
here.
sorry.
What do you got?
Wish you were actually beer. So actually, it makes sense that Daniel was sick on the show because I wish that people being sick was actually beer. This week, one of my project teams, like we were down to 50% of people because everyone was out sick. So it was kind of this crazy mad dash. And if I had a beer, because that was what it was, it would have been a much better week instead of all of these meetings on my calendar just being back to back. I could have been having back to back beers.
It's a lifestyle
So
I
it
like to get
is-
comfortable with.
It is not something I am capable of doing.
I am.
I get maybe 3 in and I am pretty much done.
Speaking of Phil's mom. All right.
I think we just found our shirt. So for me this week, it actually is going to happen. I came up with this right before the show because I'm down here and my apartment's pretty bleak. I mean, I've got this amazing halo mirror.
Yeah, 100%.
That came with the apartment, and I was like, when I saw it, I was like, sold. But besides that, I don't have much else, and so today I had to go buy like a little like furniture thing to, put stuff on. Is that what people do with furniture?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
But like IKEA, it just came in a box and I had to build it. And I don't know if you know this about me, but like I'm a pretty good handyman in the sense that I know how to handle men, but I don't know how to do furniture. So if this little like bookshelf thing that I put together today was beer, I wouldn't have been like sweating, swearing, throwing things like while drinking it. So I don't mind sweating and swearing when I'm drinking beer, but not when I'm putting together furniture.
I love it.
So
I love it.
there's a couple like very weird things about me. I like paperwork, like when you get to fill in the boxes. And then 2, I love doing those like IKEA furniture where you have to like put it all together. I love it. It's frustrating, but I'm so excited at the end that I'm like, look what I did. And I think part of that is because my job is like building PowerPoint decks, which is not like a physical, like look exciting. Yeah.
It's not a dresser.
Right.
Oh,
So when
sorry.
I get to build things, like it is so exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of things in this house I have built, and it is exciting. Like out of a box.
I knew it was going to be bad when the first piece I put on, after I put it on, I looked at it and went, oh, that's wrong. And I was like, this is not going to get any better. So
I always
And
go
then-
through them and count all the pieces that they say I should have. And without fail, there is one little anchor missing. They gave me 3 instead of 4. And now I got to pull some shit out of the garage and be like, well, this is a toggle bolt for a sex swing, but it should work.
I'm the opposite. There's always one more, and then I'm like, oh shit, what's not in this?
You and me work on cars the same too. I'm like, what's one thing extra? All right, so let's see what we got here. Katie wishes that ice cream was beer, but at this point in her pregnancy, she just wishes anything was beer.
True story. She is.
I added that part.
38 weeks, almost 39.
She's older than 38 weeks. You're not allowed to get pregnant that young.
All right.
True
All right. Emmanuel Bats.
Yes, he does.
100%.
Well, no, we'll find out if I eventually get it. Yeah,
Because you'll put it in the bat.
Yeah, that's how we know. I don't see any bats on your side.
Abby wants to have an IKEA party, which I'm not against.
I got you.
Is that
love
a party
Swedish
at
meatballs!
Is that a party at IKEA, or is that
No.
putting?
No.
It's both. It's both. You go to IKEA, you get the food, you have a party there.
No.
And then you bring them back.
We all order one thing for someone else to put together, and then we have a party where we put it together.
We go there like we did our shirts. We go.
I'm gonna go on to Gabriel's real fast, but he wishes his urine was beer because that would make water sports much better, like jet skiing. I assume we're talking about jet skiing.
I saw Gabriel this past weekend, and it was fantastic.
I love it. All right, well, let's get the hell out of here. It's been like 4 days that we've been on the show, and
I am tired.
Vero thinks we're rambling, which means we are then because she's seen a few of these.
Yeah. Well, next week we have another beer because we do this every week at Thursday at 8 p.m. And next week we are doing a beer called Windrush, and it's from Wild East Brewing Company. I've got it right here.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you see how that works out? This is a smoked lager with jerk spice. And if you were here like three episodes ago, we said we were doing this next week. So this is official. We are literally now doing this beer next week.
But good news, you get to watch a 3-week-old promo when we set the promo. My hair will be shorter. Phil, you'll be less tan. All these things will come into play.
It'll be very confusing.
It's like, where's Waldo? Make sure you follow along with us. Honestly, thank everybody for stopping by. It was great to have Taylor and Daniel from Tripping Animals and Knuckle Bump Farms. Make sure you go to our website, check out everything we have there. That's where you can catalog all of our old episodes, what we have coming up. You can go through our merch,
cool shirts.
See all the cool shirts that Phil makes every week. Obviously, all of our social media is down at the bottom of the screen. So Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, we spend a lot of time there.
Huge on TikTok.
Huge TikTok fans. If you think you have 60 friends, how did you get them?
Let us know, please.
Let
Send us a
us
message.
know.
Please be our friend.
Please be our
I
friend.
just keep dancing and no one's watching.
Yeah,
but, you know.
like our videos. I keep doing a lot of this, and then I'm just drinking a beer and it does nothing. So I don't know how to do TikTok. But make sure you follow along with us. The social media is a lot of fun because obviously we're in different places. So we get to go to different breweries individually together sometimes. So you get to see a litany of different things. Together. Yeah, but every now and again individually as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I was out of town for work. Never mind.
Are we still doing this?
I guess. Fuck. Let's just do next week's show. Let's go to next week.
Just start it right now. All right. Cool.
No. Go to next.
No.
Yeah, next week. Go to next week.
What's up, guys? Taylor Blake here from Knuckle Bump Farms. I'm here at Tripping Animals Brewery with the Wish You Were Beer Show. Luckily, I don't have any tripping animals messing me up today. Thankfully, Daniel, don't do it. Do not.